The baseball world froze for a moment. Two names echoed through every dugout, every clubhouse, and every fan's heart: Tarik Skubal and Paul Skenes. The 2025 Cy Young Awards had just been announced, and what followed was nothing short of baseball history being rewritten. No one could have predicted this. Not this way. Not these two, one a young ace forged in Detroit's quiet grind, the other a rookie phenomenon in Pittsburgh who seemed to rewrite the laws of pitching itself. And when their names were called, it felt less like an award ceremony, and more like destiny itself stepping up to the mound. When Tarik Skubal's name flashed across the screen, the room erupted. A wave of disbelief, relief, and redemption all collided in one beautiful, thunderous roar. Skubal, the lefty who'd battled injuries, setbacks, doubts, was now the American League's most dominant arm. But it wasn't just the numbers that told his story. It was the fight, the years of being underestimated, the times he was told he wasn't the ace type. Every pitch he threw this season carried something more than velocity, it carried purpose. That electric fastball, that devilish changeup, every strikeout was a statement, a reminder that greatness doesn't ask for permission. It earns it. And across the league, in another city built on grit and loyalty, Paul Skenes sat watching the announcement from a quiet room, his eyes locked on the screen, the faint smile of a man who already knew what was coming. National League Cy Young Award winner, Paul Skenes. The words hit like fireworks in the night. He didn't flinch, didn't celebrate right away. He just closed his eyes, took a breath, and let the weight of the moment sink in. Because deep down, he understood, this wasn't just about him. This was about the story he'd been writing since the day he picked up a baseball. From college dominance to major league brilliance, Skenes didn't just arrive in the big leagues, he exploded into it. His first full season wasn't supposed to go this way. Rookie pitchers aren't supposed to dominate like seasoned legends. But Skenes wasn't supposed to do anything by anyone's rules. With every 100 miles per hour fastball, every slider that broke the laws of physics, every inning that silenced critics, he carved his name into the story of the game. And tonight, that story was officially immortal. The reactions poured in. Social media imploded. Teammates posted raw, emotional videos. Commentators called it the changing of an era. One tweet said it best: "We're witnessing the rise of two kings, one forged by pain, the other born for pressure." In Detroit, fans gathered outside Comerica Park. The cold November wind didn't matter, they were chanting, holding homemade signs that read, "Skubal strong," and "Our ace, our hero." Fireworks burst above the skyline, lighting up the city that had waited far too long for a moment like this. And in Pittsburgh, the scene was even more surreal. The Pirates, a franchise that had tasted decades of heartbreak, now had a Cy Young winner, and not just any winner. A unanimous one. The first rookie to ever do it. The city's heart beat in rhythm with Skenes' rise, every fan feeling like they'd been part of something sacred, something historic. For the veterans watching from afar, it was bittersweet. For the fans, it was magical. For the young players dreaming in backyards across America, it was proof that the game still rewards those who refuse to give up. When the interviews began, Skubal's voice cracked with emotion. "This means everything," he said. "To Detroit, to my teammates, to everyone who believed when I didn't even believe in myself." You could hear it, the gratitude, the exhaustion, the joy of a man who had finally arrived where he belonged. Meanwhile, Skenes' response was pure calm, pure confidence. "It's an honor," he said, "but I'm not done yet." The reporter laughed, but Skenes wasn't joking. He looked straight into the camera with those sharp, unflinching eyes, the look of a man already dreaming about the next season, the next challenge, the next mountain to climb. And that's when the comparisons started. Verlander, Kershaw, DeGrom, Scherzer. Names whispered with reverence. But now, two new names had joined that sacred list: Skubal and Skenes, not as followers, but as torchbearers. Every highlight reel played on repeat, Skubal striking out Shohei Ohtani with a perfect changeup. Skenes freezing Mookie Betts with a 102 miles per hour heater on the corner. Two worlds, two leagues, one message: dominance is back. Baseball had its magic again. Analysts began calling it the year of the arms. But for fans, it was deeper than stats and awards. It was about belief. About seeing two pitchers rise from completely different paths, one forged through adversity, the other through destiny, and meet at the same peak of greatness. Skubal, the quiet warrior. Skenes, the golden phenomenon. Together, they didn't just win awards, they restored faith in the power of the game. Even opposing hitters couldn't help but show respect. You knew when they were on the mound, one all-star said, "You were in for a long night." Another simply said, "That's greatness," and we all saw it coming. As night fell, MLB's official pages filled with tributes. The Cy Young trophies gleamed under the spotlight, one in Detroit blue, the other in Pittsburgh gold. Two cities, two stories, one unforgettable season. Somewhere out there, a young kid watched those highlights on a cracked phone screen. Maybe in a backyard, maybe in a small apartment, maybe in a country where baseball wasn't even the main sport. But for that kid, this moment lit a spark. A thought that whispered, if they can do it, maybe I can too. Because that's the beauty of it. The Cy Young isn't just an award. It's a symbol of every long bullpen session, every lonely rehab night, every moment of doubt turned into fuel. Skubal's story reminds us that pain can shape greatness. Skenes' journey shows that confidence, when paired with work, can rewrite history. And together, their triumph feels like the perfect balance, the heart and the fire of baseball itself. The commentators said it best that night: if this is the future of pitching, baseball is in very good hands. The stadium lights dimmed. The interviews ended. But the echoes of that moment lingered, in the cheers, the tears, the silent pride of fans who'd just witnessed something eternal. Years from now, people will still talk about this night, the night Tarik Skubal and Paul Skenes shared the spotlight and reshaped the meaning of dominance. It wasn't just about who won. It was about how they won. The grind, the glory, the game. And as both men held their trophies high, one smiling, one silent, baseball, for a fleeting second, felt perfect again.